Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 4 to test out another brand new vehicle here on the game. This time it is actually brand new, it's not copied from Horizon 3 or Motorsport 4 where a lot of cars seem to be coming from. But yeah, it is the Hennessey Velociraptor 6x6, which you can see is available here for completing this seasonal spring event. Although not quite sure why, out of all the cars they've added, why this one wasn't added in winter. Out of, I guess there's 3 cars, they avoid winter. But I think this would have been quite well suited to that. But yeah, as you can see, I've already gone in and won that, so we'll be testing that out in a second. Quick flick through the other stuff that's available, nothing else new. Obviously we had nothing, well we had the, I mean maybe that's why, because we had the Typhoon, but I don't think that's particularly winter suited. If you want to see the video on that, that went up at the same time last week. There was nothing in autumn, and then 2 weeks ago we tested out the Cyclone. So yeah, 6x6 today, then over the next few weeks we'll be testing out the new, well, the old 8 series that's being added, the AMG Hammer and the Singer Porsche, which interestingly doesn't match the thumbnail that's been given it, which is possibly an accidental leak of another car that's being added. Anyway, we have the 6x6 already in the garage, so we'll go and jump into it and see what it's like stock, and then see if we want to do any upgrades. Possibly not, because it's a crazy 6-wheeled thing anyway. It's going to have lots of power and stuff. Where is it? Unless it's under Hennessey or something. There it is. So we now have 2 Hennesseys in the game. Obviously the Venom GT from 2012 and the 2019 Velociraptor. Interesting, because this actually launched in 2017, the Velociraptor, and apparently they cost £266,000 for a big 6-wheeled truck. So it's basically this or a spec'd up version of the DBS Superleggera. You could probably pretty much tick every box on one of those, or have a massive pickup that's got too many wheels and is far too long to drive anywhere. Because that's definitely not going to fit in any car parks, definitely not here in the UK. So it's a very stupid, well, even the Raptor's massive here, which is why we don't get the Raptor, we only get the Ranger Raptor, and why we definitely don't get these. So yeah, although I said it's 266,000, which is the same as a DBS Superleggera with options, it is actually more than 100,000 cheaper than the Mercedes 6x6, so I suppose you could argue it's quite good value compared to that. It is quite quick. So yeah, basically it is a 600 horsepower turbocharged version of the Raptor, obviously with the 6-wheel conversion as well. And yeah, it is kind of overpriced and stupid and wouldn't work in real life, but in Forza I'm imagining it's going to be quite fun if we don't do that. It's been defeated by a cliff. Maybe I shouldn't have driven off the cliff. It does seem to have a tendency to front flip for some reason. But I can just do this and go straight across here. Oh, hang on. Where did the interior disappeared for a minute? You did all see that, didn't you? It wasn't just me. So yeah, it is brilliant in the game, I guess, because it's just a stupid car that you'd never want in real life, even if you had that money, probably, because it just doesn't work for anything. And I'd always rather have a GT car or a supercar or something over a truck. Especially when you can get a Ranger Raptor for a fraction of the price. But yeah, in Forza, it's cool, and it's brilliant that they've actually added something new that's not... Well, Motorsport 4, I guess it was long enough ago that they can feel new, especially as I never played that, but The stuff from Horizon 3 is very much them being lazy, adding it as a monthly prize rather than just putting it in the car list. Just notice how high up this is actually compared to the normal Raptor. Right, let's see what options are available. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. Sure, let's do that. An actually interesting and different aerial option. Well, not really, because it's available in other pickups. Anyway, we've got a 7.2 litre V8 or a racing V6 to swap in if we want, which we probably don't, given how much power it's already got. We can make the tyres... Hang on, if I do the... Yes, it does make all the back wheels fatter. Leave the wheels alone. Do this sort of stuff. It is only in A class, which I'm slightly surprised about. Feels a bit quicker than that. But I guess it is a massive truck, so that kind of makes sense. We'll have some better brakes, we'll have some better those things. Don't really want a roll cage, that's going to ruin it. I would do... You know what, I'm just going to leave that because it's a bit unrealistic to remove weight. We could add some power because... How much has it got? 600. Oh, of course it has. That's why it's a 600 upgrade. Yeah, 600 is loads. Let's just max out the standard engine. We won't engine swap it because that's ridiculous. Maybe try and get it to the top of A class if it will go that high. I think it probably will, or it'll be very, very close. Ah. Okay, we might need to do some weight reduction then if we want to get it to the top of the class. Yeah, that does it. If we do that and then put in... you know what, let's go with that one. What other conversions are available? There's only the engine. Okay, so we might be stuck at 792 unless we take the weight out again and... Let's take the weight out again and then take the air filter off or something. There we go, that was very quickly top of A class. 965 horsepower is a lot in A class, but it does weigh as much as a small moon. Even with the weight reduction, which we didn't fully do, but... Right. As always, let's have a quick look at what the wonderful community has come up with in terms of designs. Probably not a lot of interest, especially given as that's the most popular. There's a Galaxy one that's kind of a purpley colour, I guess. A Shelby. Right. There was a Shelby Raptor, wasn't there, on one of the earlier ones? Okay, I think we're just going to go with a nice plain colour then, if anything is available. Okay, so we've got silver, red, which looks quite good actually, that would. There's the classic Raptor blue. Black looks good on this car. Actually, everything looks quite good on this car. Maybe we should go for the really bright red. I feel like maybe we should just go for something a bit more wild, as it's such a mad car. Let's go for a blue and purple colour shift. What did I do? Oh, I meant to exit without saving the colour, not exit without... Okay. Let's try that again. We want quite a dark blue. and a purple. Actually, this is the colour that my Ranger Raptor is, I think. We go with that, but make the blue slightly more purple, maybe. There. Spent far too long painting it, but there we go. I'm quite pleased with that. I wish you could save that colour, because I spend a while messing with the metal flake sliders, and then if I could just save that to a palette somewhere and use it, that would be kind of nice, Forza. It's just an idea. Anyway, top of A class, purple metal flake paint. It's definitely improved. Oh, now it's dark and we can't actually see, so it just looks like it's Raptor blue. Great. Okay, that's a lot faster. Well, I mean, it was already quick. I mean, we have added half of its horsepower again. It's a shame there isn't a frozen lake to race over this, isn't it? Let's see if we can climb up a hill or something. We can drive through a river. Yes, the river shall be the road now. Looks like a road to a Raptor. It doesn't turn, which is a problem the 6x6 has, which is probably the 6x6. This is a 6x6. It's the problem the Mercedes 6x6 has, which means it's terrible for everything. And nobody actually uses it for anything other than messing about. So... Oh. Yeah. It's a stupid car in real life that doesn't have any advantage over a four-wheeled vehicle other than it doesn't turn. It's a ridiculous vehicle in Forza because it's not as good as a four-wheeled version, but it's still brilliant just because it's, well, mad. So yes, it's going to be entirely useless for anything on here, a bit like the Mercedes. Oh, shall we see if we can do this jump while we're here? So yeah, like the Mercedes 6x6, it's going to be entirely useless for anything you want to actually do with it, but it's a lot of fun to just drive around. So that's kind of all there is to the... I mean, it's got a sun on its roof, so of course it's got a collapsed sun on its roof. But yeah, that is kind of all there is to the 6x6. It's a mad thing that's quite cool, but if you had that much money to spend on a car, would you really spend it on this? So yeah, a lot of fun to mess about with in game, but apart from that, not a very useful thing. Anyway, that's probably all there is to say about the Hennessey Velociraptor. There will be... I can't actually remember which weeks they are. I will quickly check. So next week I believe it's the Singer Porsche, which is probably the one I'm looking forward to most out of everything, and I will explain the other car that's possibly being added, that they accidentally added the wrong thumbnail for it, basically, for another car that might be added at some point. So that'll be next week, I think, if I've got the weeks right. Then the following week will be the BMW 850 CSI, so the older BMW 8 Series, and then 2 weeks after that, on the 11th, will be the AMG Hammer. So yeah, I am quite looking forward to the three of those, but again, it's a kind of themed update. They keep doing this. So this was American trucks, then the next one's going to be German sports cars, I guess. So I wish they wouldn't do that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to those three cars, and I know the Singer's new, not quite sure about the others, but I will be testing them all out as soon as they're added, if you want to see what I think of those. But that is going to be all for today's video, taking a look at the Hennessey Velociraptor. So thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with the next video very soon.